Okay, so here is my career genogram. My parents were married in 1971. They were born, my mom, 1947, and my dad was born 1948. My dad was an electrician who retired in 2017. My mom was an executive assistant for most of her life and put on permanent disability around 2005. There is a lot of faith and religion in my household, so you will see that track through pretty much everything in my genogram. Uh, with my mom, I want to sort of bring out the aspect of role models because I think a lot of why all of us went into ministry was because of her. I believe that ministry was sort of a unactualized part of her, and like when we were growing up, all of my parents' friends were pastors and ministers and evangelists. So we there sort of wasn't a choice other than ministry. My dad, forgive me, I mixed up social class and labor market, but my dad taught me the value of work ethic, and he came from a well-to-do family but liked working with his hands. So I have a deep appreciation for blue-collar work, and he just really showed me the value of working hard and being excellent in what I do. Like I said, faith and religion was something very dominant in our household. My sister was an ex-pastor, and now she's an international recruiter for a university. My brother-in-law was an ex-pastor. Now he's a librarian. My brother is still a pastor, and he's also a hospital chaplain. I myself was an ex-pastor as well, an ex-manager at a coffee chain, and now I am a clinician. My partner is a therapist as well. Um, with my sister, I want to bring out the aspect of gender. She really had the whole glass ceiling thing in ministry. Ministry is still sort of far behind on letting women speak and letting women be pastors. But she was always the best preacher out of us. I would say that she was the most intelligent out of the three of us. So whenever she preached, it was always passionate. It was always ordered and very convincing in her presentation. But she was limited by her gender. My brother-in-law, I would say that he was meant to be a pastor, but not so much a pastor to regular people. He was meant to be more of a pastor to other pastors, to other ministers. Um, when he talks, he brings out aspirations of setting up sort of retreat centers for pastors to kind of recuperate and to rediscover their call, to rediscover their significant relationships. So he aspires more to take care of the people that are taking care of the quote-unquote flock. My brother, who is still a pastor, has faced a lot of discrimination in our old denomination. Never really found a place. And I think our denomination wasn't very comfortable with an Asian man leading. And in fact, now he is assistant pastor at a Filipino church in Colorado. My sister-in-law is a nurse, and they got married in 2001, but unfortunately got divorced in 2016. I don't know if she really had any influence in my career genogram, so that's why I haven't really did a deep dive into her. As for me, interest is what I really wanted to highlight. When I was quote-unquote called into ministry, I was already studying to be a psychologist and had a deep interest for how the mind works and how people relate to each other. But because I felt a call to ministry and because of my family of origin, I felt like I should be a pastor. Fast forward to coming out at 30, I left the ministry and sort of, for lack of a better word, floundered in different career attempts until I landed on therapy. My partner is a therapist, so I think I can't deny influence there. But I've always been interested in how people relate to each other and connect to each other. When I was a pastor, I never really liked preaching. I liked more the one-on-one times. When my path to education got interrupted, my partner had said, why not take the best road instead of settling for the better road? And what I understood that to mean is to pursue therapy. So that's what led me to Pacifica. In a matter of 3 weeks, I got my application to the university declined. I had passed already my 2 California state exams to become a teacher. I interviewed at Pacifica and started. So in a matter of 3 weeks, all of that happened. I'm grateful for my partner asking me that question, and also for family shaping my pathway. Thank you for listening.